To be here with you this morning. This is our morning show, Coffee with Shanda. And I love coming to you live for entrepreneurs, people in corporate that are trying to better their life and better their businesses, better their careers. So today I want to talk to you about really how to get your time back. And there's been a few messages, not a few, there's been a lot of messages recently. I think people are trying to get ready for the holidays. They're trying to get themselves set up for next year, and they're wanting to make the best decisions, which I understand. Driven people love to plan. Driven people love to write goals out. Driven people, if you go to my office right now, I have a whole wall that's been done for about a month and a half of all the things that I'm going to do next year to be able to be more successful than I was this year. And so I think that's just a natural characteristic of somebody who really cares about themselves, somebody who really cares about their life. And I know that's you. So a challenge that people have is they're super ambitious, and often we find ourselves in a bit of a crunch on how do we get our time back, and then how do we unloop ourselves from continuously, coming up with new strategies to be able to run forward, or even crazier that we do is that we often sit and we go, oh, I feel stuck and I really don't know what the best decision to make is. And so we find ourselves in that horrible struggling state. So I want to alleviate some of that. I want to share some of, basically my viewpoint on what I do with my funnels, what I do when I look at my marketing strategies, so that I can just fine tune my mind, so that I'm super clear about what it is that I'm working on, so that I don't spin. So here are some of the things that I do. So first and foremost, you're always going to be in some transition. So you should just write that down. You're always going to be in some transition. And what that means is that, I was just talking to a client yesterday. I was just talking to a client yesterday in Florida who last year, all these years are going together for me. Earlier on this year, at the beginning of this year, I looked at her schedule, and her schedule was insane. And I was adding new things to her campaigns and to her company. I was growing her company. And as I was putting strategies together to grow her company, she was having a mini heart attack over there. She was like, holy cow, how am I going to do all this? And I just had this experience the other day with a client. We have a restaurant client in Palm Springs, and they do really well. They do many millions of dollars a year. And we finished the plan, and we looked at the plan, and he was like, I said, well, what's going on? He goes, I'm really excited about the plan, but I feel like, how am I going to get all that done? Because none of us have extra time. It's very rare that you find anybody that has extra time. What we have is a lot of great ideas, or we're stuck in no ideas. But regardless, we have no time. So even if you figured it out, you still are going to feel like you have no time. And so it feels a little bit like suffering. It feels a little bit like there's no way out. There's it doesn't matter what you do, you're just going to keep finding yourself in this spot. And I want to tell you that is a mindset lie. That is something that our heads develop these stories, and we actually think that things are going to be easier than they are, and we often think that things are going to be harder than they are. So here's what I do. When I develop any sort of funnel, which is just a marketing campaign, I first look at the free. What's the free? What's the give? What's the thing that I can give that is so great that builds authority, right? So here's the old way of doing it. The old way of doing it used to be, let me come up with a free gift for my website, put it out there, and let's see who comes. Let's see who starts to build on my email list. And there's still people doing that now, and they're rocking it. So it's not like it's a dead model. Whenever someone says that something is a dead model, I'm like, nah, you just weren't successful with it, or the people or person you've talked to that has authority with you wasn't successful with it. And when we're not successful with something, we like to say it's dead. Emails are dead. That is so full of crock. I sit in a mastermind with some of the largest entrepreneurs, the most successful entrepreneurs, people who can do 8 figures in a week from startup to 8 figures. And the truth is that they're all delivering on email, all of them. right? So do we use social platforms? 100%, but they're all delivering on email, and it's a huge profit zone for a lot of people, which is why I start with teaching email before I start with teaching social marketing. And then it's funny because people go, oh, is there an easier way? Stop looking for the easier way, because none of this is actually hard. What's hard is getting us out of our resistance, getting us out of this loop, this pattern loop that we have that causes us to either think things are not going to be as hard, and then we're disappointed when they are hard and we don't want to put in the work, or we're working something that's hard and now our belief system is kicking in and saying that it's not going to work. That's really what the deal is. But if you can follow me here on Coffee with Shanda, this Coffee with Shanda could be something that could help you manage your mind in a way that unhooks you. So imagine if today you went and you looked at what is the thing that you're really best at? What is the thing that if you were to go and give it for free, that like maybe something that your clients pay you for now, or customers, and maybe you don't have clients or customers, then it's just something that is just in your wheelhouse of strength. So I could coach anybody on leadership. If you sat with me for a week, I'm pretty sure I could make you money, without a doubt. I'm pretty sure. If I could manage your mind for a week, I can help you make money. I know that without a doubt, because the only reason why people don't make more money or create more impact, or they give up their businesses because they think that I can't be a mom or a dad and still run a big business, or I can't be fit, or they give up their fitness because they're working too much. I'm telling you, this is all a manage your mind situation. So I know that if I can get in your mind right now and shift it, that you could take whatever's not working inside of your business right now and you can unhook it. So follow me here. If you don't have enough leads, like buyers, people who want to come in and work with you, then it doesn't matter how good your product is. It's irrelevant. Nobody's going to see it. This is why it breaks my heart when people just create a lead gen and put it on a website, and then they get 100 people in a month that subscribe and they don't even know how to talk to them through email, right? And so again, it's like, that's like one of the things that could make you feel super unmotivated because it's not working. Well, it's not that it's not working. It's that if you don't have a really good Facebook team to drive traffic, or you haven't been doing a lot of SEO for a long period of time, because it's a long strategy, if you haven't done either, a really long tail of SEO, which is blogging, and understanding SEO, and you've got money in the bank to be able to take that long-term strategy. If you haven't done that, then you don't have a lot of traffic coming. If you don't have a traffic team to drive, like buy ads or buy emails, you can rent emails, right? So that's media buying. If you don't have somebody to do that for you, then again, you've got no traffic coming to your website. So it's not that the strategy doesn't work. It just means that if you've got no buyers coming in and you don't have those two things set up, then you're sitting there going, that was a strategy that was in the wrong order. If I can tell you how many years I've been going, with entrepreneurs who are giving up on themselves because they actually think that somehow they're not good entrepreneurs, or they've stacked on this belief system that their confidence has just been crushed because they haven't been able to wildly succeed. I have usually found that the strategies they're working are good. They're just in the wrong order. So it doesn't make sense for me to have a lead gen up on my website if I don't have traffic coming to my website. And I'm not going to drive enough traffic from social media if I only have, 1,000 or 2,000 followers. I mean, I have, I don't know, I think I have almost 60,000 on Instagram, which I've only just started building that account. And then I have a couple 100,000 on Facebook on our Hardcore Business page, which we're also streaming on right now. It's taken me a really, first of all, do you know how long it's taken me to build my Hardcore Business Facebook page? I mean, years. I mean, I know that I could buy followers and do stuff like that, and you see accounts go from 20,000 to 200,000 like that, but I'm not interested in doing that. What I'm interested in doing is giving real content, creating real great videos, and having things be shared, having you comment, having you tag, having you, save my stuff. I'm interested in actually giving first. So now this is a nugget. When we look to give, we often can, be honest with yourself, we often come from this place of have to. Imagine being in a relationship with someone that felt like they had to give to you. Imagine that. And so often our come from when we come to the table to do a Facebook Live, Instagram Live, whatever it is, write an email, write a blog, do some videos for YouTube. We have clients that have great followers on YouTube and they're trying to figure out how to monetize it. And I'm telling you, the key is that managing your mind makes a huge difference on the next decision you're going to make. And so you can have all of that. But the truth is that if you come to it with this attitude of, oh, I have to do this because I know that I need to do this to be able to be successful, then people feel that. They feel it. And so the only way you can ever get away with that attitude is if you've already built authority and your audience is going to kind of bear with you because you're so good at this point that they're going to bear with you when you go through a season, because everybody goes through seasons. You're not motivated all the time. The deal is to find a way to hack your motivation so you can keep your motivation consistent even when you go through the seasons. That's a whole nother coffee with Shanda. So when I look at my funnels, I look at my marketing campaigns, which is just a funnel. I look at how could I give? How could I give first? And I look for something that's going to give me the most amount of authority, which means that I'm going to teach something that is as useful as possible to the audience. Do people pay me for that, for those free gifts? 100%. We're right now creating a really low priced offer. I think we're going to make it about $50. We're creating a really low priced offer that is helping people build out events, because I do 65 events a year. I have not, I've taught our clients how to do events, but I haven't taught all of our clients how to do events. And I have to reverse engineer this anyway, and my clients are going to get it regardless, but I'm actually going to create this product, and it's on the books for January to create. And we're going to have my event team, Trish, come and actually write out like a guidebook on how to book a hotel, how to make sure that you're insured properly, how to make sure that you get the hotel to agree to not have somebody loud and obnoxious next to your room that takes away from your event. So everything from negotiating the hotels to how do you staff, like how many people are going to need, how do you do it efficiently. We've been able, when you're doing 65 events a year, there's no room for overspending. You have to be efficient. So we've learned all of that. So we're going to create a guidebook on that part. And then we're also going to create a guidebook on how do you actually fill the event? Like, what are the things that I'm doing to fill the event? And then even like, what's our funnel to fill our events? And we're going to put all this in this $50 product, which is incredible. I mean, I could do a $25,000 workshop on that. That they're out there, and I could do 4 days with people and teach them how to do this in 4 days and charge $25,000. I could probably make an extra $4 or $5 million a year by just doing a small little launch on that inside of my email list, because my email list is responsive. Do you see what I'm saying? But why am I going to give that? Why am I going to give that for $50? Well, first of all, I'm going to give some of it for free, right? And so why am I doing that? Well, you're going to see me online before I launch that, and I'm going to be giving some teaching away for free on doing workshops. And it's not crap. It's not bait and switch. It's not like, let me just throw like a fish hook out there and just give them a little bit so they can't do anything with it. It's everything I give. You can do something with it now. You can do something with it now. And so what I know as a coach is I have to manage your mind. I have to manage your mind to take my content and do something with it. I tell you to go do something with it. I highlight what are the bullets for you to take out of it. But then it's like you have to do this too. You have to manage your audience's mind around the thing that you know. See, I know business. I know how to take whatever it is you're working on and convert it. And the only reason why some people have a challenge with that is because they were born with a different skill set. I mean, I wasn't born with I'm like playing around with the keto diet right now. I'm like lost. I'm like fat first, protein next, veggies next. And I'm Googling things. Like, that's not my wheelhouse. I never was crazy interested in learning all the science behind the body and food. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but I know that there's some of you out there who have, and I hire people like you. And when you are inside my mind, you help me manage my mind so that I make better decisions, so that I'm more successful, so that I'm fit, lean, strong, healthy, blood sugar's great, all of that type of stuff. And so I don't know why we think that we can just show up and give and be like, I got to do this. I have to do this. And somehow think that we're going to have enough generosity in us to think about the people watching and go in there and tweak their minds so that they're successful with whatever it is you put out. I think that we're falling short on our give. And I think that if you were to look at what's not working inside your business right now, you're going to find, or even your career, if you're not an entrepreneur and you're watching right now, what's not working at work right now? What's not working? Because I'm going to tell you that you are empowered to look at where are you falling short in your generosity and your give. When I was in corporate America, I used to go into the president's office all the time, and I would share with her ideas and things that were working and where we were being successful, because I was managing my boss's mind so that she could see how successful we were being and the traction we were getting. I wasn't leaving it to chance to get a promotion. I was seeding her mind to get profit sharing in that company. Do you see what I'm saying? So as an entrepreneur, when I'm looking at you as a client base or an audience that maybe isn't a client yet, but maybe you want to someday, I'm looking at how can I build your belief system so that you can take this and do something with it today. And I can't just throw out information, because at the end of the day, there's so much information out there. We turn off these lives, we go into our day, and we don't do anything with it, which means that technically you just wasted 20 minutes of your life. And what I know for sure is that we all don't have any more time. I mean, it's not like we're like sitting back going, we have more time. I'm trying to show you how to get your time back. The way you get your time back is to, when you get online and you're going to deliver something like this would be a conversation I would have with our PACE clients, our marketing mastery clients, our 1% clients. I would look at their funnels and I'd say, where are you falling short on your give? Like, can they do anything with that? I have a product that I teach at a 2-day workshop. It's called Coach Yourself to Success. And we do these 2-day workshops. We're not doing any till February next year, but February I have 4. And that I literally teach my List Power program. So sometimes I sell my List Power program on sale for $600, and often I sell that program for $3,700, right? And so why is it a mix? Just depends on how generous I'm being. It really does. It depends on what we're trying to do. It depends on, if we've got a zone event coming up or what we're doing and how big we're willing to give. But it's a program that honestly is, I mean, if you were to ask my PACE clients and my marketing mastery clients, they've made thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars just off that course, right? It's the beginning of our PACE program that I took out, made an info product. There's gives all around the place. There's all around my company, there's gives, and they're gives that help people get a leg up for either free or very low price that I could charge a lot more. And guess what? I never ran out of material. So the reason why I say that is because people will say to me, and I know my audience because I hear what they get fearful around. And the Bible says that a really great thing that you could say is like literally command fear to go away. Because if you read scripture, it's okay if you don't, but if you read scripture, it says biblically that that when Adam and Eve took the apple in the garden, that's when sin came in. And when sin came in, that's when we started to experience pain. So everything pain, migraines, stomach aches, everything pain is actually through that time, if you believe in scripture. So just bear with me in this moment if you don't. But it's fascinating to me when I read that, because I've also read now of all these women giving birth without any pain, who have commanded the pain away. And so who knows? I don't know, but here's what I know for sure. If I develop my faith, I give more. If you develop your faith, you'll make more. And so as you don't have to be a believer in God to develop your faith, but to be an entrepreneur, you sure need to develop your faith, because just working off your pure grit to make it happen, I'm sorry, you will run out of steam. You will run out of steam. So look at what could you give that people would pay for? And then write down on a piece of paper, what are the steps you're going to teach, and start giving stuff like that for free. If you've got a 4-step process, you can go online and every day for 15 minutes, teach 1 step of it. Do you have a product people can buy for that? 100% probably you do. It's okay. They will still buy that product. They will still buy that product. In my 2-day events, when I go teach, I teach for 2 days and I give them everything I got. It's crazy because I literally make an offer to join our PACE program, and I make the offer in another room so people can come if they want to hear the offer. And then even coming back to take the formula all the way to the finish line, people lose their steam in 2 days. And I'm like begging them, come on, even if you didn't buy our program, get to the end of this because this will change your life. And I stand for them just like they were a client all the way through. And I hear stories. I hear stories of people like getting $10,000 clients. I see stories of people all of a sudden being able to pay their mortgage that is going into foreclosure. And I hear stories of people being able to pay back their parents when they borrowed money from them. And I hear stories of people just saying, you know what? I wanted to quit my job in corporate, and now I can. I can see how in 10 months from now I can replace my income by following this strategy because it monetized right away. So my point is that be that type of leader. And if you do, you will have high authority. When you have high authority, that's when sales come easy. Everybody thinks it's about studying how to make an offer. It's not. How to make an offer is just bullets on a piece of paper on what's included in whatever it is that you're offering. You could read that like this. You could read that like this in the front of a room and be the worst charismatic person on the planet and make a ton of money. But if your authority is not built, if your authority is not built, if you still feel like it's hard to give it all because you're afraid, then fear, as biblically says, the enemy is in your head. You know, the devil is in the details, and those details are kicking your ass. So here's what I want to share with you. We had a huge Cyber Monday sale in Hardcore. We offered something called Pocket Coaching for $17 a month. And we have extended the sale till today. Sometime today, I don't know when. I literally just saw this morning and messaged Adrian, our marketing CMO, and I said, hey, I noticed that we still have the price set up for $17 for a Cyber Monday. I would like to offer that on Coffee with Shanda today. And she goes, go ahead, but know that we're raising the price sometime today. We're working on that checkout cart right now. So don't miss this. For $17 a month, no contracts, I can be inside your mind for an entire year. I can be inside your mind. I could help you make better decisions. I can help you manage your brain, manage your mind so that you create the results that you want to create this year. There is no other place that I offer anything that is $17 in my entire arsenal of things to be able to make money with. So it's a little different than Coffee with Shanda because it's a lot of 2 to 7 minute strategies for you to do right now as an entrepreneur. This is for entrepreneurs. Yeah, I can't talk it up enough. My clients who get Pocket Coaching, where we send it out, it's random that they get Pocket Coaching. So if you're a client of mine, I still suggest that you grab this, but they know the power of Pocket Coaching. And so if you guys are on at least our Facebook page, go ahead and just share some of the benefits of Pocket Coaching. But I promise you it would be the best $17 that you ever spent. If you can't make thousands of dollars a month off my Pocket Coaching, I don't know. And I know that's bold and that's not an income claim because I'm not allowed to do that, but it's really good. It's really good. So you guys, on Instagram, we have it still in my bio on Instagram. And then Facebook right now, I'm just going to pop it into the comment section. So you can just grab the link in the comment section right now. All right, you guys. Bless you. I hope that this Coffee with Shanda redesigns the way that you're looking at your funnels, redesigns the way that you're looking at your gives online so that you're not like, I got to do a give because I know I have to. And you really start to, there's nothing greater than to inspire you when people start to actually purchase what it is that you have. And I want to show you how to do that. I want to show you how to manage your mind. So grab my Pocket Coaching and I'll see you tomorrow on Coffee with Shanda. And a quick note, this week and next week are my last 2 weeks of Coffee with Shanda for the year, and then I'll be back in January. Next Wednesday, it will not be on Instagram, it will be on Facebook. I have a great friend, a guy that just rocked my world last week, believe it or not, on faith. It's not about God, by the way, but on faith, on building myself up to the next level. So it's not, I'm sure we'll probably drop something about God because I can't help that, but that's just who I am and I don't hide that. But this guy is one of the most talented speakers that I know. around getting you to believe in yourself more. And that might sound like, but I'm telling you, when you believe that you can do it, shit happens. And so next Wednesday on our Hardcore Business page on Facebook, really go put a note on your calendar. Rex Crane is going to be live with me, and I'm excited to bring the fire with him. When I am with him, I go and I create results that are off the charts. I know it will be a Facebook Live, it will be a Coffee with Shanda that you will listen to over and over and over again. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.